trending pastor, controversial pastor. If you want to know him, just type Ebere. If you want to know him, type Doris. If you want to know him, type Okafor. Everything will come out about him. His name now, Pastor Chris Okafor. In case you are wondering what his picture is doing on this story, is because he's the owner of the church in Canada. The story is tied to his church in Canada. That's why his picture is in this story. And I don't know how the story will still take develop. The other man on my right, where wear blue suit, that is Pastor Bashiru Igbano. He himself became popular through the story of Ebere. Now Ebere make that one popular. Now get the man sit down for Canada, where Ebere draw in ball cross. Now in ball cross where Ebere draw, now he can't give birth to this story. I hope you are getting it. Ebere now he draw the ball cross of Igbano, Barishiru Igbano on my right. Now Ebere, that story of Igbano, now he give birth to the story. Evangelist Joy, I greet you. You are all welcome. AA I am a very popular word. I don't understand your Yoruba being in English. Anyway, the man on the right, like I told you, became popular through Ebere. Ebere say na in ex-brocos. He say, when I say ex-brocos, ex-boyfriend, he say na from him Pastor Okafor snatch Ebere. Now Ebere tell us that one. But the man don't make am clear, say na lie yo. He don't leave Ebere tey. Say he no come know why Ebere put am inside the story. So now because Ebere put this man inside the story, now he cobalize the man for where the man dey in Canada. How we take cobalize the man? As the story begin trending about Okafor and Ebere, as he come mention the name Bashiru Igbano, now some people will get problem with Bashiru Igbano for Canada come begin drag Bashiru Igbano, say he snatched somebody wife for Canada. Allegedly, they say not only chase the wife, say he don't scatter the marriage of the person. We don't know who the person be. Not only that, they can't say even the man house, then be won't sell the house. Say the wife of the man and the pastors and some people wants to sell the man house, but say na God save the man where they no see am sell. Me and Kuku dey, you know, say I know they poke nose for people matter. I know they look for waiting no lost. Even pastor show, I know they poke nose. Now waiting them put on social media, I dey carry, I go analyze. Secondly, if people can't get story about any pastor, then come, I say come and use your mouth to talk. So this one, as the story go, na jeje I sit down 2 nights ago. This our sister where you dey look for picture. Before people go ask, say who be the person where you dey talk, or somebody go come cobalize me, say then go deny. Na jeje I sit down. This our sister come meet me where you dey look for screen. How she come meet me? Now Pastor Bashiru Igbano first call me 3 days ago when I did do show. All of you were aware. As Bashiru call me, Bashiru come tell me say that Canada story where I carry. I say no be me carry Canada story. Making I no rope me. I no dey Canada. I no know wetin dey happen for Canada. He said that story for Canada. He say is about him. I say I know. He say the person where the story dey involve, he go call me by herself. That is the wife of the man where they say they won't sell in house, wey be ex-member of their church. And the lady come kuku call. Truly, she called me around 9:33 p.m. 2 nights ago, and we were on the phone for 5 hours. Before I go on, let me quickly rewind and reverse to remind you of the story of the Canada. Many of you on my YouTube, you know. Now people wey dey for Facebook fit no know the story, but people on YouTube, you know that story. I saw the video and we played it. So let me play wetin give us to this story, how we take start. Okay, I want to remember where we saw the story. Okay, I don't see am. This my phone, they misbehave. Oh, all right. I don't even, let me play it on speaker. I don't have to show the picture per se, but I can still show the picture anyway. I'm coming. Oh, just be patient. If you never chop na long thing, or you carry your food, you dey chop as you dey watch, you go need energy. I just finish eating too. So okay, all right.
Good morning, folks. Good morning.
Yes, we came in here today to check if there was open.
And they come, and they look for the video. Okay, I don't see them.
Good morning to all my viewers all over the world. I'm sure you can all still recollect it's exactly 3 weeks when I visited Pastor Chris Okafor's church here in Toronto, Canada. And I promise you guys that I'm going to reveal what really happened. As I told you earlier, I have been investigating Chris Okafor far before the incident between him and Chris Ogala. I started investigating him almost 5 months earlier, before the incident that happened in Nigeria between him and the girlfriend, Chris Ogala.
Have you Chris Ogala? No.
Listen attentively and follow me. I may not end this series on this very video, because it is going to take a very long narrative. It's going to be in parts. I'll call this one part 1. Yes, this is how Chris Okafor and his cohort, Bashiru Ogbano, that is his real name before he's being christened by Chris Okafor, that he now gave him a new name, David Okafor. It happened in July 2024. Chris Okafor got across to one of her church member who is now residing in Canada.
Okay.
That he is coming to Canada for.
So I'm going to put the phone down, but you'll be listening to the story. So this is the genesis of the story. This is where the story came from, because they will have said I was the author of the story. No, I wasn't. It only went viral when I saw the story and I carried it. So just listen to how it all started. It started when Chris Okafor had problem with Doris and the story came online, and these people now got to know, okay, so this is who these people are. Now then begin do some investigation about them.
And he needed her help. And this woman contacted her husband here, they are staying together. As a matter of fact, the husband brought the woman to Canada. The husband brought that woman to Canada, and they are blessed with 4 children. Actually, their marriage is 20 years old marriage. Right?
So that is the woman you are seeing on the screen.
And when this woman told the husband that, look, my father-in-law is coming to Canada for crusade, blah, 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 the husband, key into it. Being Christian and whatever, he key into it. Being Christian and whatever, he key into it. To the extent that this family, they went and picked up Chris Okafor and his entourage that comprised of Bashiru Ogbano, who is now known as David Ogbano. They brought them in to Canada, cook for them, did everything for them, a very warm reception and all those stuff. That's how how they take care of their Dio. Oh, Papa Dio is around. So when Chris came here, Chris now told this family that he's planning to open a church, which I refer to as a business center, here in Toronto, Canada. He now told this family, a very perfect family of almost more than 20 years now. He told them, look, I'm here with one of my pastors. His name is David Ogbano. He's going to stay behind. Please kindly help me to perfect everything about him to start the church here in Toronto, Canada. And they obliged. Pastor Chris finished his crusade here. He left Bashiru Ogbano behind with this family. Bashiru Ogbano started staying with this family in their house here in Toronto. A very mighty
house.
Well furnished, a very mighty house. If I say mighty house, a very mighty house. Ogbano was offered a room to stay in that 6-bedroom mansion.
Actually 7.
And after a while, the issue of how Bashiru will start working in Canada, because Bashiru came in with a visiting visa. The document he presented to the embassy was that he's coming for just only 2 weeks visit. I have the document with me. But when he came in here, because of their plan of opening a
we are going somewhere,
which they refer to as church, this family helped in perfecting the documents of Bashiru Ogbano in the way of a working permit, registration of the new business center.
You have a business
this
center.
Was done by that family. So Bashiru Ogbano got a working permit that will allow him to work here as a preacher in Canada. So now start staying with the family the first month, second month, third month, up to about the 7th month. So the man of the house, the husband of that woman now, was not longer comfortable with the relationship between Bashiru Ogbano and his wife. Sometimes the guy will come back home from work. He will ask, where's my wife? Madam stroll with the pastor. They will stroll in the neighborhood together, all this stuff. As a matter of fact, the guy goes out to work, but Madam is always at home because Madam is working from home. So Oga will go to work, leave Madam and Chris Ogbano at home. So they became so intimate that Oga is no longer comfortable. Oga called the wife. He said, look, my dear, it's high time Pastor will go and look for another place to live. As a matter of fact, this man brought in two siblings of the wife into Canada with his own paper because this man is a citizen. He brought the mother of the wife, mother-in-law too. So in the house, they are in the house comprised of the mother-in-law, the two siblings of the wife, and the four children.
How do I make it?
This Pastor Bashiru Ogbano. So when he told them that, he told the wife, look, let this man go and look for his own abo. He has stayed enough. 8 months here. The wife said, no, he goes nowhere. So why? He goes nowhere how? How do you make?
Thank you for the super chat.
That issue brought the quarrel
I've made it fast.
Him and his wife. It was dragging for almost a month. So he got to an extent, the guy now told the wife that, look, this man has to leave my house. Because now, it's either the wife is in the room of the pastor sometimes discussing what he doesn't know. At the long run,
I've speed it up.
Pastor Bashiru left the house. He got another accommodation in Toronto. As I told you, this will be a very long story because I see that it's almost going off.
All right, so let's listen to the second one, then I will start. This is for people who don't know the genesis of the story. So I have to start from where the story started from before I start on why I'm doing this today. So let's just take the second one.
Yes.
Let me speed it.
I hope you guys are following me. This is the part 2. And where I stopped was when Bashiru Ogbano was asked to leave the house by the host when he was no longer comfortable with his closeness and romance with his own wife at home. Because the wife now came to his defense. You know, it takes a very lengthy period before Bashiru could leave the house. Meanwhile, all this while, when this is happening in the family's house, he was talking with Chris Okafor in Nigeria. Like, Papa, please, tell your pastor to go and look for a house. He has stayed more than 8 months here. Please. And moreover, I'm no longer comfortable with the way his closeness with my wife. Because my wife now doesn't even listen to me any longer. Sometimes I come to the fridge to pick food. The siblings of my wife will tell him that, oh, please, that food is for pastor. The wife will come, that food is for pastor. So in my own house again, you're having a different food for pastor? No. So all this while, he was complaining to Chris. And Chris did nothing about it. So, when pastor left the house, pastor got another accommodation in Toronto. And the family, they were in their home. But the guy stopped attending the church. So because he's no longer comfortable with what is happening there. That he has seen that these people are not sincere. They're not sincere. And that he has seen that what they are doing in that place is all fake. All the miracles, they are all fake. Right? Because it got to a time, this Chris Ogbano asked church members to bring all the denominations of the Canadian dollar from 5 to 10 to 20 to 50 to 100. So you should bring it to church and sow it as a seed. That the following year, by that time, by a year after that time, that they will all become a millionaire. They all came with the seed, including this man too. He said, he sold that seed. Imagine bringing all the denomination of all Canadian notes from 5 to 10 to 20 to 50 to 100. 5 different denominations. They saw it, nothing happened. Right? Now, the pastor has left the house, but the wife still continue attending the church with the children. So that's still the family now, the man of the house, the husband of the woman, got information that the wife always goes to the pastor's house. So at a particular time, he traced the wife's car and he saw it in the pastor's house. So when the woman returned home, the husband challenged her. Where are you coming from? The woman was trying to lie. He said, look, I saw your vehicle in the house of the pastor. What are you doing in the pastor's house? And she now said, yes, I went to cook for him. He said, you went to cook for the pastor? You have not cooked for me, your husband, but you have the audacity to go and cook for the pastor in his house. Hope is not what I'm suspecting, that you people are having affairs. That was it. What never happened before in their family happened that very day. The woman jumped at the husband. And the husband now pushed her away. For the first time in 20 years, they have never had such a quarrel. Unknown to the husband that the wife has a plan. Immediately the wife picked the phone and called the police. He called the police, claiming that he was beaten, claiming that he had been in a toxic relationship, claiming that he is no longer comfortable with a man because of her life, and all those tales, all those lies. Allegedly. Then police came. We were not where. Police came immediately. And the husband was handcuffed, arrested, and sent packing. He was detained. Even at that moment he was calling police or whatever, this man picked his phone to call the pastor. As he was calling the pastor was off the line. He picked the phone again and called Chris in Nigeria. Please, pastor, what is happening to me? Chris listened and off his phone. He off his phone, and after a while, both Bashiru, the pastor here, and Chris in Nigeria, they block this guy's line. They block his line. This is how the man was chased out of his own house that he bought. He was chased out. But the shocker there is this. After 2 days that this man has been chased out from his house, Bashiru Ogbano back into the house. He returned back to the house. Bashiru starts staying in that house with another man's wife and children. This man now has been banned that he should not be seen 3 kilometers radius from the house, from his own house. And here we are. Bashiru is now living in another man's house with another man's wife and children. Chris Okafor did not intervene. Chris that brought the man to them refused to intervene till tomorrow until his issue with Ogala came up. And that was the period I was investigating the whole issue. So when Doris Ogala issue came up, and I said, oh, so really, this is what these people have been doing? On in-depth investigation, I realized that the wife that Chris Okafor got wedded to of recent was the girlfriend of Bashiru Ogbano. Was the girlfriend of Bashiru Ogbano. And that is the same lady that Chris Okafor got impregnated. Which means Chris was sleeping with his own pastor's wife or girlfriend. Because I learned all members of the church knew the relationship between Chris Ogbano and the present wife of Chris Okafor. You know? So you can see the whole dirty stuff, episode going on in that place called church. It's not a church, it's merely a business center. Up to date, it's more than a year now that the guy has been driven out of his own house that he bought with his own money. As I said earlier, this is part 2. I am coming with part 3.
Yeah, do you want us to play the part 3 or we start? Let me see some comments. Should we go ahead to play the part 3, or you go and watch the part 3 on Jimmy Adekunle's page? Should we go ahead or we play the part 3? I need some comments. 1 or 2, 3. Yes or no? Facebook, YouTube, part 3. Okay, people say part 3. Okay, let's do it for you.
Yes.
I will speed it, so within 5 minutes it will be over.
This is the part 3.
Let me speed it.
How Chris Okafor and Bashiru Ogbano, now known as Pastor
Part 3,
Ogbano,
it will be fast.
destroyed a 20-year-old marriage here in Ontario.
That's the part 3.
Where I stopped. The guy, that is the husband of the woman now, has been chased out of the house. He could no longer access his own house. Nothing he took out of the house. It's getting to 1 year now that he could not access the house. As a matter of fact, he was even facing a lot of challenges because of the phantom lies heaped on his head. So the friends of this man now came together. His friends from Austria, where he lived before, his friends from the UK, his friends from here in Canada and the US. They came together and look, we won't just be watching as things is happening to our own friend. Let us meet in Canada so that we can go and intervene on this matter. At least, let us go and meet the wife, because they all know the wife. I'm telling you, this is a marriage of 20 years with 4 children, so they have some family, friends, and whatever. And moreover, the mother-in-law is in that house. The siblings are in that house. You know, in Canada, they were all brought in by this man. This man is a citizen of Canada. He used his papers to bring the mother-in-law, to bring the 2 siblings. So, the wife, the 2 sisters, the mother-in-laws, they are staying in that house with this man. That's to tell you, this man wasn't a bad person at all. Because if he's a bad person, he would have brought in the mother-in-law to stay with them. He would have brought in the siblings to stay in Canada with them. And moreover, he was going to brought the wife abroad. He went and married the wife in Nigeria and brought her abroad. And they have 4 children 20 years ago. So all the friends of the husband, they came to Canada, hoping to have a meeting with the wife to settle the matter. They were shocked when they got to the house. They met the pastor in the house. They met the wife in the house. They were chased away from that house by the wife. See, that's what we're saying of them. Is it fair? Is it fair?
All right, guys, let's stop it
This
here.
incident makes me to remember the 4-way text of.
Let's stop it here. So I think that is it. The major point of the story, you've gotten it. So I posted this story when I saw it. I reposted it and we talk about it. You know what I do on my channel is to create awareness on getting into the trap of all this of religion. All right, it has been what everybody know me for. Due to my experience, I come out, I talk on this kind of a thing. So when I saw the post on that man's page, I pick up the post. I remember I tried to reach out to the man. I said, do you know the people? He never gave me any information. I mentioned it. I actually mentioned it. If you watch the video when I did analysis, I said I don't have information other than what I saw. People were asking me, do you know? I said I don't know these people. So when this story of Ebere surfaced again, 3 days ago, Mr. Rashidi Abikilonje, Mr. Bashiru reached out to me, and that was why I was telling you guys yesterday that you guys should farabale. The real issue, I think, why they got across to me was because of this case. He wants to clear his name, and he wants the woman to clear her name. But he has not spoken to me. You heard it in that voice note. He said he's not ready to talk. But the woman called me, and she knew I was recording her. So she called me explaining what transpired between him and the husband. I have gotten other information from people who know both of them. Unknowingly, up till now, I've not been able to access the husband. I tried to reach Mr. Jimmy that has the post. If he can connect me to the husband, he has not responded to me. And so as it is, I have no contact with the husband. I have not been able to speak to him. I hope if he gets to see this video, he will reach out to come and speak his own side. The first story we got was from Mr. Jimmy. Now this is the wife's side of the story. And like I told her, she wanted me to edit. Unfortunately, I let her know that editing will be very difficult for me. And I hope she's watching me here. Transparency, truthfulness is all that matters. If you know you have said the truth, I don't see why you should be afraid. So I told her, I said, editing will be very difficult for me. This is a conversation of almost 5 hours. How do I want to sit down to start editing? So my darling sister, if you are watching me, like I told you earlier this afternoon, I said editing might be very difficult for me to do, that I will really try my best. I don't know the part of the editing. I can't even start playing. That means the whole day, and I don't have that stamina anymore. Remember the day you called me, I will fall asleep, you will wake me up. So I don't have that energy. With my age, me I no can get stroke. You understand? I don't dey for the age where they say I cannot carry somebody problem on my head. Carry my own for hand. It's not possible anymore. So I'm playing the video raw.
The 4-way text of the Anuty. Is it fair? Now.
All right, guys, are you ready? Are you ready? The audio is long, I will try and speed it. Okay? It's very, very long. So let's start.
Busy with life here. Nobody really has time like that. We just like focused on day-to-day life.
Yeah.
I just want to like unwind. I'll just go on social media to just relax my head, just laugh a little bit and get off. I wasn't following you and all of that. Even right now, I think I need to follow you on YouTube. She was even the one that tagged me. She said I should go and watch. So I went there. Honestly, I was sick. I cried.
Is it too fast? Let me know if it is too fast. Because she's a fast talker anyway. So fast, making it fast might be too fast. She's a fast talker. Show her okay. Let me know, please. It's too fast. I guess so too. Too fast. Okay.
Cried so much. After watching that show, I reached out to Daddy Freeze. I sent him. I never had to do this before. I sent Daddy Freeze a message. He tried calling me, but we missed each other's call. He called me like twice or thrice. I missed his calls. I reached out to is it today they call it? I was so angry because, like I said, I did mass comm in my first degree. I believe in balanced story. You understand, man? Like when I did media back in the days, I remember they used to tell us that, you know, for a story to be complete, you have to hear the other side. You have to take the other side of the divide. I just couldn't wrap my head around
that.
Why.
Is if you know the other side. Remember, names were not mentioned.
Yeah, but
Okay.
you know, the
Apart
sad thing
from
about
the name of Bashiru, Pastor
Yes.
Bashiru, other names were not mentioned. People that were involved were not mentioned.
exactly.
Okay.
And another thing, okay, as even Pastor Bashiru's name was mentioned, a lot of people that know me, they know that it was my house he came to in Canada.
Okay.
So you don't even need to mention my name for people to know who the story is about. You get what I'm
You are
saying?
right, yes.
I'm a public figure, man. My dad is an archbishop. I was raised in a priestly family. I have a family name to protect. I have a name to protect. Because I was living in Austria before I came to Canada. Back then, Austria. Even right now, I'm a recording artist, man. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Sure, I'm listening to you. Sure.
So whether they call my name or not, people know that. A lot of people that know me, they know that it is my house this person stayed. So they know it is me. Some people, like some of my old friends in Austria, they reached out to me. Oh, how are you doing, Debbie? How is everything? Some of them were like, oh, is Pastor David still in your house? I know they saw the news. It was all over the place. I felt they didn't say anything, but I know why they were calling. A lot of people started tagging me the videos. Like, I felt so disoriented. Like, what is all this? Anyways, that is aside. Let me save some time and tell you my side of the story, ma.
Right.
Okay. My husband and I, my ex-husband, I'll call him that. That's what he is. And I joined him in Austria in 2009. 2009. I joined him. Hello, ma, can you hear me?
Sure. I don't want to interrupt you. I'm listening.
Okay. So when I joined him March 2009, we did our white wedding July 4th. That same 2009. Like I said, I was raised in a priestly family. We have rules, we have principles that guide us. Before I joined him, we had done introduction. Because of the kind of paper he has, he begged my father. He said he can't file in for me if he doesn't pay the dowry. So my dad now told him, whatever you are doing now is not regarded as marriage where we come from. Because you pleaded with me and you requested, I will allow you, but do not touch my daughter. He's a leader. You they suspend people. You know what they do with you, they suspend people for. And I will not hide anything from you, ma. My dad was the former PSM president of Edo State for 9 years during the time of Archbishop Benson Dahusa. My dad has a ministry for over 50 years. It not be all these kind pastors when you see truth, when you keep them under. if you mess up, even if you are his child, you go in for it. He doesn't cover for anybody. So he was very strict, and I know the kind of family I come from. I don't joke with these kind of things. How did I even know my ex-husband in the first place? I knew him through my immediate elder sister in South Africa. We didn't date. I don't know this guy before. I was doing my good service, and at that time, my sister was dating his friend in South Africa. I wasn't a relationship kind of person. So my sister was disturbing me that there's this guy who is very serious. He's a friend to her fiancé. You know, he said he would like to marry me and all those kind of stuff. I wasn't interested. So after so much pressure from my sister, I said, okay, send me this guy's picture. This time around, you know, when a lady starts doing NYC, you are getting ready to settle down.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, let me see his picture. So when she sent the picture, honestly, I didn't like what I saw. I said, I don't like this. So now, like, you know, some people are not photogenic. To cut the long story short, this guy, I did not want to communicate with him. So I lost my elder brother was in Europe at the time. He had a kidney failure, and he came to Nigeria briefly, and we lost him. He died. My brother died September 3rd, 2006. So when my big brother died, this guy now used that as an opportunity to call me for condolence messages. Every day he started calling me. I now started talking to him. That was how we got talking. Even though I said I was not interested initially. But tragedy happened that he used that as an opportunity to call me. I wasn't in a relationship at the time. So I was like, okay, let me give this guy a chance. He's serious. He wants to settle down. So he now told me he lost his father. He was coming for his father's burial that December of that year.
Yes, sir.
And when he comes, he would like to see me. I said, okay. So he came for his father's burial that 2006, December. When he came, we met for the first time. He came to my place, from Edo State. He came to my place to look for me. We saw. I didn't do anything with this guy, man. I'm not a loose girl. I went to Adunni University. They never let us bingo. So when he made his intentions known, like a month after we met, he met my parents and he told my dad, oh, I want to marry your daughter and all of that. January 2007, we did the introduction and he went back to Austria. I didn't sleep with this guy. We didn't know each other, even after that. Even after I joined this guy in Austria, I joined him like I told you, 2009 March. Only me and this guy in Austria.
Normal
speech. We slept on the same bed. Until I don't let this guy sleep with me. You don't pay bride price.
Okay.
We didn't have sex. Why? Whatever I'm telling you, man, please verify.
Why you let us sleep with you?
Ma, that was
okay,
just
I'll put it at normal. It's long
you
ago.
can ask him.
Very
Why
long.
you
Don't let
let
us sleep with you. Waiting you do.
Auntie.
Yes, now.
It's my principle. I didn't want to do
But
it.
he was married to you
my
at that
wedding.
time.
He was, but I still did not allow him.
You don't like him.
It's not because I don't like him. Since we're already married, I wanted us to do our white wedding first. Because I don't see any reason why I will wear white when I know say I don't need to do something.
Oh, okay. Now I get you.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
What's
I
the essence
understand
of
now.
white? That's deceptive.
Okay.
I was living with this guy, sleeping on the same bed, we not do anything. Until July 4th. The first time this guy knew me as a wife was July 5th, 2009. Ask him. He don't feel like, he don't only fresh, he don't tell them, they know they believe the story. He has told people. That's the kind of person I was. After the white, a month to this white wedding, we're just planning who was going to sing in our wedding. We're doing wedding plan, ma'am.
In Austria.
So, in Austria.
Okay.
We're doing white wedding plan. Like I said, we have not even started doing what husband and wife do, even though we're living together. We started planning for white wedding, and the next day, he was telling me there's this girl in his church there, he wants her to sing for the wedding. I'm a singer. So this girl, I don't think she sing all the time. I don't like her voice. So I now told him, I said, I don't think this girl will be able to handle a wedding kind of song. Wedding is a special event. I now told him that I have some of my childhood friends, they are guys, they are in Italy. We used to sing together back then in church. They are professional singers. I've talked to them. They said they will come for my wedding. They handle it professionally. As we were just talking, this guy just gave me hot slap, man. A month to my white wedding.
The person where you want to marry?
Yes, man.
Wow.
This guy slapped me left, slapped me right, followed by punching. This guy beat the living daylight out of me. I cried like a baby that day because I was in shock. Austrian and German language that they speak. I don't understand a word in German, man. Signboard, I don't feel read. I didn't even have money. I have come for good. Before I joined in Austria, I was working in ITV and radio in Lagos. My station, because ITV, I don't know if you are familiar with ITV, it's Benin television. Their headquarters is in Benin, but they have the other sub-headquarters in Abuja and Lagos. They now deployed me to go and be head of news and current affairs for ITB in the whole of Lagos State, man. I went for my job to go join husband for Europe, for Austria. I had a life. This man slapped, beat, shake, come off from my body. I was shocked. I started crying. I cried to the point that I started gasping for air.
Yeah.
So when he saw that I was gasping for air, he got scared. He didn't know how to comfort me. I refused to stop crying. In my head, I was like, oh my God, is this what I have gotten myself into? I've not slept with you yet. We have not even done the white wedding. You're already beating me. So this man is a woman beater. Honestly, because we didn't date, I didn't see any red flag, man. All I knew was my big sister had told me he was a very nice guy. He's a friend to her fiancé. Seriously, I was just a girl trying to finish. I was just rounding off my youth service. I wanted to settle down. I was ready at the time. And I can't see man. You know, some men can date you. I had a previous relationship because I went to uni just before I went to Madonna. I did diploma in law in uni just. I dated my ex for 4 years. Man, I will send you letter. Anything I tell you, I will send you receipt. Between me and my ex, one day my ex got tired and told me he was going. He's tired until I make up my mind that I will start doing what adults do. My relationship broke because I refused to have sex with him. I'm not a loose person. So I was shocked. I was like, God. So after everything, now this kind of man I can't end up with, I started crying. So when he saw that I refused to be consoled, he now called 911. Called them. He knelt down and started begging me that please, that this is Austria. They know they use woman matter play for abroad, especially when it has to do with domestic violence. That if I tell them what happened, that he's going to go to jail. That I know how he suffered since he's been trying to find it for me. It took like 2.5 years before my papers were approved to join him in Austria. That if I tell them what happened, they are going to, put him in jail. You'll be in trouble. I'm not someone that is wicked, man. I can't be pity man when he beats me. This guy called police. Police can't come. You know when you call police, you're there abroad, so you go understand. When you call 911, police and paramedic, they will come. They came to my house. Then he was living in a one-bedroom car. They call it Gasonia in Austria. When they came to my house, they now started using German to talk to me. They were asking me what happened. I was quiet. I didn't say anything. He was now using German to answer them. Till today, I don't know what he told them. They asked and asked and asked, and I was quiet. I didn't say anything. I was just crying. They now took me to the hospital. Ma?
They don't have interpreter.
No, they were speaking German, but obviously they didn't know what was going on, right?
So they assume you understand their language.
That's how they are in Germany or Austria. They are so crazy about their language. You go to the hospital, they'll use German to talk to you.
Wow.
You go anywhere you go, they believe their language is the best. If you don't understand, it's your business.
Wow.
I was shocked. I had culture shock when I got there, man. They will call you on phone for official matters. They will use language. You will not understand. You just be like deaf and dumb. You can imagine how I depended on my husband. I was like deaf and dumb. I don't understand anything. He was the one that talked to them. Till today, I don't know what he told them. All I knew was they took me to the hospital in the ambulance. He followed. When we got there, he told them whatever story he wanted to tell them. They now gave me medicine like all this time, in their own German one. They gave me medicine. I came back home. When we got home, I told him, I said, I want to see your pastor. All the people I met in Austria, I knew them through him. They were all his friends. And this man, my ex-husband, he's like a superstar in Austria there. Because he got paper. He got paper a month after he got to Europe, man. So it's like, most of all these girls that go to Europe, now once they go to for them. I'm not shaming anybody, I'm just stating the obvious. Especially girls when come from my place in those states. Now runs, if you just see any babe for Europe, if not be student, don't know say runs carry them come. Majority of them don't have papers. So obviously they wanted him to marry them. But he's a Yoruba man, he goes school. You understand? He didn't want to settle down with person where don't fit do a olosho. You get what I'm saying, man?
Yeah, sure.
So, okay, now those kind of people now me want go tell say my husband they beats me. Oh,
I have told you guys, you will be patient. Na long story. I tried. I said let's go to Canada story. She said no, that she has to start from where she's starting from. Say mani suru ejo. If you can't watch finish, you come back. I hope we'll be able to finish. You come back and remain, continue where you stop from. But it's what you're listening to, especially by man and woman.
You know, you click also for them.
For abroad.
Like if you give them paper, I found myself in a situation where I couldn't talk. Because anywhere I go to, they always tell me, you are very lucky, oh. You are lucky now, your husband marry you, and all those kind of things. I was just watching everybody. I didn't have friends. It was later I now made friends with some students because I was educated. I now there's this school, these students, they call it Klesheim. They used to come to the church that my husband was attending at the time. I now became friends with, they are from Caribbean. They were the people I could relate with. I made friends with some of them. You know, I had people I could talk to on my level and all of that. I told him, I said, I wanted to see your pastor. So the next day, I don't know, obviously he had gone to see the pastor before he took me there. But when I got to Austria, he was driving a very long truck. So I think when he closed for work, he went to see the pastor and now took me there. His pastor is from Uganda. The pastor's wife is Austrian. So we went to the church. I now reported him to his pastor. I said, this is what this man did to me. I can call his name, maybe when you are saying my story, you might, not mention his name, just the way he did it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
He didn't call my name, so I'm trying not to call his name.
Don't mention the name. Keep going.
Okay. So I told the pastor, I said, this is what this man did to me. How can we be planning a wedding and this man is already beating me? I told the pastor, I do not want to continue with this wedding. The pastor said, you can't try that. Do you know how many years it took this man to process your papers? That he's aware the man has suffered so much that in short, he wants to even tell me something. Now, do I know my husband was planning helicopter to come and pick me and land me at the wedding venue?
That's true.
Do I know the kind of plans my husband is already making towards our wedding? He wants to do a societal wedding. I told the pastor, I said, I really don't care about activities. How can a man I want to walk down the highway physically abuse me in this manner? Add marks all over my body. And you are telling me because he has spent so much money, he spent money to bring me, I should continue. The pastor now started telling me that it is my fault.
You can relax.
I shouldn't have that. Okay, who do I know in Austria? I said I don't know anybody. Said everybody coming for the wedding, they are all his guests. That I'm not supposed to even make any contribution. Besides, the money that we're going to use for the wedding is his money. I shouldn't have even made any suggestion. I said we're just having normal husband and wife wedding plan. The pastor said I shouldn't have suggested that to him. That it's my fault that he beats me. In short, when the pastor said that, from that moment, I lost my voice. My papa and pastor, my dad does not do this. I'm like, what is this? So, and then, this guy was the highest title in the church. I could relate to why a pastor would support this kind of thing over the truth. I felt marginalized. I just looked around me. If this man's pastor can say this, if I now tell other people my story, what will they say? There's no point talking. From that point onward, I lost my voice. I just promised myself, nobody will ever hear anything from my mouth. I won't talk again. I kept quiet. Something broke in me. We went ahead with the wedding. I was sad, I won't lie to you. People were just like, oh my God, what a lucky bride. For my heart, I did cry. Because I don't realize that a woman beat her and walked down that aisle. I didn't know anything about him until I got there. After the wedding, this man started beating me every weekend.
Wow.
It was like a routine. Once it gets into weekend, my heart will start panting. It could be because of tissue paper. He would say, You cut 5 lines of tissue. Why did you not cut 2? Do you know how much it costs to buy tissue paper? This guy go beat shege come up for my body. I couldn't tell anybody what I was dealing with. It could be because of soap. This guy will tell me, say, which soap? I say wash pants. I'm sorry for what I'm saying. I'm being vulgar. Say, so soap when you go say wash your head. Now I can't say wash my underwear. This guy will beat me. Became ashamed, man. I went to private school, from nursery school to university. I just started crying for my life. I said, so this is how my life ended. After all my parents invested in me. Nursery school, private school, secondary school. I went to Archbishop Idausa Secondary School in Benin. I know how much my parents spent. I did law, diploma in law in Unijos, then went to Madonna University. I know how much my parents invested in my education. I go finish. Now waiting, man, they use my eyes see be this. It could just be maybe, you know how this Western world, if you don't want to drink cold water, you would allow it to run a little for it to get cold and drink from the tap. This guy would beat me because of water. He would beat me because of anything. At some point, I started becoming suicidal.
Wow.
We were living on the 7th floor. I don't know. I lost my voice. I couldn't even tell my sister that introduced me to him. Bad. When I go to church, the little friends I had made, like the one I said, sorry, I was almost tempted to call him name. I'm just trying to hold myself not to, go and call him. They would look at me and say, you have to, because this guy has this attitude of, when we are going out, he likes us to dress and go. You get? So people seeing me outside assumed I was living in heaven. But they didn't know I was chopping, beating every weekend. It could be because I slept off in the car. Maybe, okay, like I said, he was driving long truck. When I got to Austria, I was bored. I didn't have any job when I just got there. I was going to German school because you must speak language. It's a must. I will go to German course. When I get home, I won't have any other thing to do. And it was summer. I now realized sun can shine till 11 in the night. I won't be able to sleep. It started affecting me. I now begged him. I said, when you are going to do, they call it El Cafe, this long truck. Can I follow? Can I tag along? You say, no problem. I will follow this guy. Just doze off a little bit in the car. This guy would park the truck and beat me. How dare you sleep? I'm driving and you are sleeping. I want to keep my eyes, literally keep it open. I started living in fear. At some point, I looked at my life. There's a place I used to go and cry close to my house in Mezes Centrum there. I was living in Aribonestrasse in Austria. I would go to Mezes Centrum. I would go there and cry for hours. I started blaming God. I said, God, I kept myself as a young girl. I tried to be a good girl. Is this how my life now ended? With a woman bitter. You can't even talk. Maybe just bring conversation and we are just talking. I just want to normal husband and wife talk. This guy would just change from 0 to 100. I now became quiet. There was a day he even beat me up. He said, he's talking and I did not say anything. Are you trying to say silence is the best answer given to a fool? And I received beating for that.
Wow.
My story is very horrible, man. It sounds like a lie. I kept quiet. I was enjoying this thing. I was now suicidal. One day I opened the window. I wanted to jump down. As I was about to end my life, I just remembered the message my dad used to always preach. That if you commit suicide because you don't have the right to take your own life, you will go to hell because you will give account of your own life. I almost ended my life that day. When I remembered that message, I told myself I don't want to end up in hell, and I did not kill myself that day. At other times, when this guy just comes and starts beating me for no reason, man, the most flimsy of me. You can just say, why do you want the television? You are wasting electricity. What will I do? And then the entire bill of the house was like 170 euro. The entire bill that this guy was paying at that time was like 170 euro. This guy would beat me. I looked and said, God, what will I do? I started having this mind. Sometimes one might just tell me, if he tries it again, just take knife and stab him and claim self-defense. I will just tell myself, if I kill person.
Hello, please, if you are not patient, if you can't listen, it's too long for you, go. Come and watch later. Come and watch the part of Bashiru. Okay? I don't tell you now before, saying a long thing. Please.
Kill person, I will go jail. What will I do?
Wow.
I stayed and I was managing myself. Ma, I won't lie to you. God is my witness. I went through abuse for years in Austria. 6 months. But we did our wedding, like I said, in July. By December, I fell sick. Initially, they thought I was pregnant. We went to the hospital. My doctor then, anyways, I will not mention his name. I went to the hospital and the doctor said I wasn't pregnant. They diagnosed me. They couldn't find what was wrong with me. Looking back now, I realized I was traumatized. I realized it was depression and trauma that was doing me that time. There is no test they did not conduct on me. They didn't see anything. I was dying. I was sick. Because I bottled up so much pain, so much agony. I couldn't tell people what I was dealing with. The first time he tried it, I told pastor, the feedback I got from his pastor made me shut up. I didn't talk again. I kept quiet. I was hospitalized for half a year. Doctors in Austria could not tell what was wrong with me. They told me, they said I was going to die. I was in pain. I couldn't talk to my parents. There was a time I tried to call family members. I called, I didn't know how to use call that time. That maybe he was supposed to buy like a call card and load on the phone before I make the call. I just wanted to talk to someone. I just called my family members, and the next day, this guy came and said he got a bill of, I think, like 300 and something euro that I made a call. Who did you call? He beat me that day. So even call my parents, I couldn't. If I must make a call, he has to be there. So how will I? Okay, imagine he's sitting down. I will now be telling my parents what he's doing to me in front of them. How? I was just there. I just took it as maybe this is my fate. People would see me outside. They would just assume, oh, this girl is living the life. Oh, these people have a beautiful marriage, because I was quiet. I wasn't talking. The fact that I'm not talking does not mean all is well. I realized this guy has anger issues. Talking was, like giving me problem. Like when I try to explain, maybe something happens and I try to explain, I will receive beating. I just told myself, you know what? Let me just shut up.
Have you started having children by this time?
No, we didn't have any child at the time.
Okay.
I was receiving beating upon beating until I fell sick. That sickness gave me peace, man. At least there was no beating because I was hospitalized.
Okay.
Like a guinea pig in that hospital. They were looking for what was not lost, man. They drilled my bone marrow and took the bone marrow sample to different labs around Europe, trying to figure out what was wrong with me. Because I wasn't talking. So when they did all those tests, everything came back negative. The doctors were now looking at me. They now said, okay, that now they want to conduct a test on, they call it this endoscopy, where they would, open like 3 units in my stomach, open my navel and some other, just 8 points, and put camera inside and check my intestine, or if there's anything they would find. So when they did that test, they now saw like a bacteria on my left ovary. So when they saw that bacteria on my left ovary, they now flagged it. They said, oh, they found something on my left ovary that they were going to cut off my ovary. I never born. Now one cut off ovary. So I told the doctor, I'm sorry, I won't let you cut off my ovary. Nothing is wrong with me, please. So they even gave me a paper to sign that they want to save my life. I'm the one that said they shouldn't cut off my ovary to save me. I said, no. Whatever people are saying, I don't think it warrants you cutting off my ovary. I've not given birth. I won't let you destroy me.
They said they wanted to cut off your ovaries since you don't speak.
They told me.
But I thought you said they don't speak English.
When they want reason I said they don't speak English was, for example, that time they took me, when he abused me and they took me to the hospital. When he came and took me. So with time, even me, I said I went to a German course. I studied German. I have a diploma in German. I began to understand them a bit. And when they saw my case, I was hospitalized for like 6 months. They looked for some doctors that could speak a little bit. They call it IBCN English. They'll say, oh, I can speak IBCN. They would come, communicate with me the little they can. And me, I started understanding German a little bit because I had gone to German school.
Okay.
I could communicate at that point. Immediately I came, I started German course. As my case progressed, they were now looking for like maybe doctors or some nurses that could relate with me.
Okay.
You get?
Now I understand.
Yeah, I had some level of ability to communicate at that point. So they told me they wanted to take off my ovary, and I said no, I will not allow them. So I signed.
Ovary long.
Yes, I signed a document. They said I should sign that I'm the one that said I want to die because I believe in God. I said I don't care. I signed it. So after signing it, my husband at the time now called his brother, his eldest brother. His elder brother is a medical doctor and the wife. He got them involved, from the beginning and told them what was going on. So the brother now started talking to me. I didn't listen to them. I said, no, nobody's touching my ovary. So they called my dad and had a conversation with my dad that she can still give birth to the second ovary. If maybe this is even the problem, let's try and save her. So my dad called me and started talking to me that he's a man of God. He believes in faith. At the same time, it's God that gave doctors wisdom to help people. If these doctors are going to help you, don't be too rigid. So after my dad had that conversation with me, I started crying. And I told the doctors, okay, you guys should come and carry out the operation.
And yet you never told your dad what was going on.
I didn't tell anybody what I was dealing with. I did not. I just locked up. You see at the point family members got involved. So they took me to the theater. As they were about to, I didn't know what was going on. It was when I woke up in the recovery room, they had operated on me, that my husband was now telling me that he was just looking at me like, a strange person. I was like, what's going on?
Sorry guys, I'm pausing because I just checking Facebook comments and some people are saying please make it fast. For some very, very important reasons. Very, very important reason. I won't make it fast. Very, very important reason. No, this is a true life story. This is a story that involves people's life and people's lives, and children are involved in this. It's not a joke. So Emma Bunu, for a very important reason that I can't say. I can't make it fast. Not because of anybody. All right? Because of I can't say reason why. So please bear with me. I would have loved to make it fast.
So he now told me that something strange happened though. That they opened me up, but he was at the waiting room for the theater. They didn't allow him go into the theater. That an elderly white doctor just came and said, are you the husband? And he answered and said, yes, she's my wife. And the man said, I told them not to cut off your wife's ovary. There's nothing wrong with her.
So they did not eventually cut it off?
They did not. The man came, he said, because it was a laparoscopy operation. He was watching everything from his, they said he's the head of the gynecologist in that hospital.
Okay.
He's an old man. So they were observing everything. He said there's nothing wrong with her. Don't touch that ovary. If you touch it, she might bleed to death.
Wow.
So that's how they closed me up. And the man now told my husband that I instructed them not to touch me, that they should just give me antibiotics for a few weeks, that I'll be fine. So that was how they gave me antibiotics. Less than 2 weeks, I was okay. In the month of June 2010, a friend of mine, like the one I said is from Caribbean, her boyfriend then was a music person, heard my voice. I was singing, I was backing my pastor up in church. And the guy was like, who is that girl singing? I like her voice. And she said, oh, she's my best friend. And the guy now said they have a music band that they've been looking for, like a very good singer that will be in the lead of their band. That would she mind giving me his number? And she said, okay, let me call her first. You know, in this part of the world, you don't just give us.
Who is calling me? Move on a show. Who is calling me? Hello, Move on live stream. I'm on live stream. Okay. I hope we don't have to start from the beginning again because. Oh shoot.
At the guinea pig in that hospital, the competition. I went for the show even though I had just 1 week notice. And I won that music competition.
Please, nobody should call me. Oh, Emma, pay me so we line here,
left the
please.
hospital,
Nobody should call.
Winning that competition, I now became the lead vocalist for that band. It's one of the hugest bands in Austria. For example, if maybe Austria wants to host football, it's my band that will perform, and I'll be the main lead singer, like all these Davido that will go to Qatar, or Beyonce that will come and sing before football. It was that big. I started making money through this show. That same month, it's like doors just opened for me after I survived whatever hit me. I was hospitalized. I got my first job in Austria as a dishwasher. I'm not ashamed to talk about my story. It's the truth. I will say it. I got a job as a dishwasher in one restaurant in Austria. I was washing plates. It would stand for 9 hours to wash plates. My certificate was under the bed because I'm not perfect in German. I can't get a decent job, you know, because it's a German speaking country. So I was washing plates and I was also a lead vocalist in that very huge band. I could make up to 450 euro in a night for singing for just 2 hours. It was a secular band, man. Just singing for 2 hours, 2 to 4 hours, I could make up to 450 euro, man. As soon as I'm coming home, my husband will stretch and he will collect the entire money from my hand.
Wow. Everything.
Everything, man. If I lie, they God punish me. No, they don't call me when make a challenge his authority. A man that's already beating me now won't follow the drag money. Or a man that brought me to Europe with his papers, I couldn't talk. When I started washing the plates, man, at the end of the month, my salary there was 1,050 euro. This man would collect all my salary. The first month he did it, I thought first fruit, you know, as my husband, maybe just won't take the first fruit. Man, this man did this thing to me throughout my stay in Austria. All the work I ever did, every month my husband would collect my entire salary.
Wow.
I never fought with him. I never argued with this man, including the money I was making from the music. This man would collect. I now begged him one day. I told him, I said, I had a covenant with God that bless this. I remember those days growing up in my church. I used to hold pillar and tell God, oh, Father, bless me. I want to be one of the pillars of this ministry. If you bless me, I will not forget my roots. I said, I promise God I'll be paying my tithes home. Can you at least give me tithes from this money? Give me that tithe. That's what I will now send to my dad as the priest. Now that tithe, now my papa chopped from my hand. In that 2010, we bought.
So if he takes everything from you, how do you sort yourself out financially for your personal stuffs? Moving around.
I have to beg him, man.
Wow.
If I need money for transport, like maybe I want to buy, like there was a time, see, I was just listening to Osinachi's story. I was laughing. There is nothing Osinachi went through that I didn't go through for my husband.
And abroad.
I'm telling you, man. I never reported this man to the authorities. I had 911 number on my phone. I didn't do it. I just kept praying for him and hoping he would change. I didn't go about narrating him or telling people that This man one that they look like human being. This guy is a beast. I didn't spoil his name. I kept quiet. I was bearing all of this. God knows what I went through. I would walk, I would wash plates, stand for good 9 hours. This man would carry all my salary. So one day like that, we went out. I don't know. He just said something and I made a comment. This guy just stopped the car abruptly, opened the door and threw me out of the car. And I don't have money. I had to find my way home. I entered bus. I was just praying that all these people that used to give tickets don't catch me. That day I got angry. I told him, I said, you're a very wicked man. And you know that when I walk, you carry all my money. You had the hand. You threw me out of the car. And you know that I don't have anything. I now said, if that is the case, please be giving me pocket money at least. I don't have money in case you decide to throw me out of the car one day. I'll be able to find my way home. After that, sometimes he give me 50 euro. That will be my pocket money. This guy will carry everything. Remember I said the house we were living, all the bills in the house was 1,000, about 1,070. We're living in one room, one bedroom in Aribones Strasse. They call it Gasonia. Very cheap. Inside that room, I get a kitchen day. Inside that room, I toilet and everything. Very
like
small. People in Australia, they know what I'm saying.
Like a studio.
Exactly. That's where I met him. So he continued whatever he was doing. I wasn't even, you see, like the job I got was not like an escape. At least beating reduced, man. Not be who you see, you go beat. I now carried the work on my head. If to say that they give extra shit, God knows I would have collected. Just something to make me stay away. I started doing, I continued my German course. My course starts 7:15 a.m. till 11:15 a.m. And the place I got to be washing plates was just across my school. So I would just cross the road, go to school and start work 11:30 a.m. I would now walk
you are
like
in a
12
hurry.
in the night. That was my thing. Except maybe I have a day or two off. After doing all those kind of hard jobs, husband will carry everything. Okay. So around we now, because of that my own
I don't
issue
say
that
a
I
long
had,
story.
they gave me medicine and I was fine after some weeks. They now said that they are still wondering why I would even have bacteria on my left ovary. That they want to place me on observation. So they placed me on observation. Every time I'll be going to the hospital, they now even told me and my husband then that they don't want me to get pregnant. I should not get pregnant because they are monitoring me. So that's how we continued. They gave him condom. They said, if you must sleep with your wife, use this. You understand? So a lot of people there were taunting me. We came for your wedding. No, you guys had a societal wedding. Black Voice magazine carried your wedding. My husband even used limousine to carry us for the wedding. He couldn't get helicopter. At least it was a societal wedding, man. They were not like, you know, baby. I'll be looking at them. They didn't know. I can't go and start telling people what I'm dealing with. It's my privacy. It's not now that people talk about this kind of
That
things.
you talk out, yes.
Please help me to hold this very important part. I'm just getting this place too. You know, I was doing something, she was talking. They had a society wedding, according to her. Limousine carried her, but the man stays in a room. Something. Why is the man staying in a room if he could afford the society wedding? The person who owns this story, Mr. Jimmy, if you know the person, please, we need to talk to him. We need to talk to him.
You understand, man? Then it was a top secret.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell people doctors said don't get pregnant. I would just be looking at them dragging me. People are so insensitive. When you are going through, they will laugh at you. I was just looking at them. So, around, at some point, after all the observation, they now said,
maybe it was stingy.
would we like to try the option of IVF? And I said, I don't mind that. Anything that would get all these people out of my skin. So they talked to me and my husband, and both of us agreed, okay, we will do IVF. That's how we started our IVF journey. So we did IVF 2011. So we started doing that IVF process. The first one, I got pregnant, it failed. I was like, when you want to do IVF, they'll tell you it's 99% or thereabouts safe. There's a 1% chance for complication. Some people react to it. So I fell among that 1%. Had a negative reaction to IVF. My entire body began to swell. They will have to come pierce needle on my stomach to be draining water like every day, removing bag of water from my body, and they now placed me on water therapy to flush my system. So I was hospitalized. At the end of the day, I lost pregnancy. So they now said I am very fertile now. They were able to extract a lot of eggs from me and all of that. So we did a second try, pregnant this time around. So when I got pregnant, it was successful. I didn't tell anybody I was pregnant. People kept booing me, laughing at me, saying, you did a societal wedding, up till now you don't have a child. They didn't know I was pregnant. I just locked up. I stopped going to church. I didn't even want anybody to see me with the pregnancy. The next time they saw me, I was already 7 months gone. They were shocked. In that 2011, I think September or thereabout 2011, so myself and my husband started our master's program in Austria there. We're now doing masters in tourism. Because, that was the only course in English. Just to, make it not be like, say, person not able move forward for life. I want to use tourism to work in life or whatever. I don't want to go work as a tourist. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, man.
Sure.
That was the only English course. And we said, okay, let's just do it. That's how we both of us started school. I got pregnant when we were in school. I was still washing plates full time in a restaurant. And Austria is a tourism country. That's how they make their money. You have a lot of tourists coming from all over the world. Imagine washing plates in that kind of place. You want to die. It was not an easy job. I was pregnant. I was doing that dishwashing work. I was a lead vocalist in a very big secular band traveling around Europe. I was now a student. We were doing like 22 courses. All the lecturers believe their course is the best. It was too much for me to beg. At some point, I started begging my husband that, please, I'm not okay. Can I defer my own? He said no. Can't defer. And I know why he said I can't defer. Because even while we were studying, this man would tell me, read for two. I'll be the one to read for myself and read for him. He won't even bother opening book because I'm there. This guy doesn't help me with house chores. He doesn't help me with anything. I'll be the one to do it. The only thing he was doing there, because while I was sick at that hospital in that 2010, he now started doing taxi training to have a license to be able to drive taxi and also own a taxi, which he eventually passed. So he now started working in one taxi company. They call it 2220. He started making money. As this guy said they make money rich, he will still carry all my salary and all my money. I was like a slave.
You know Ohun Bank? Ohun Bank account?
Bank, now they control him. He merged my email with his own man.
Wow.
Before I get alert, now he go first get up. I open bank.
Okay, can we fast forward to Canada?
Okay. Fast forward to Canada. I want to say one thing that made my family leave.
Okay.
When I got pregnant, eventually, like I was saying, I was doing masters. I gave birth to my child, to our first child, October 2012. 3 weeks after giving birth with C-section, I went to do his taxi work. He just came back and saw that I used a cloth to wrap baby on the couch. I was watching TV. He just entered the house and said, why do you wrap the baby with this kind of light cloth? I now said, we have on heater, because this time it was like first week of November.
Okay,
I said the room is warm. That's why I use this cloth. This guy descended on me.
Hello, support. We are going to Canada.
They have matched me where I did operation, and the wound opened. At that point,
do you have evidence to this?
Hello, ma.
I'm listening. I said, do you have evidence to this?
I do. I have human beings that got involved here, and they are willing to talk.
Okay.
This guy beat the living daylight out of me. My incision opened. I called my sister in South Africa. I started abusing her. First time I reacted, I started cursing on my sister. I said, the animal that you introduced to me, this is what he has done again.
The incision
I
open and you did not call 911, I mean, emergency to come and pick you.
I didn't do it, man.
Wow.
Instead, I called my sister in South Africa. I started abusing her. I said, the animal that you don't know, that you told me you know very well, that you introduced to me, he has done it again. Oh, if I die, my blood will be on your head. My sister was shocked because I never called to tell her I've been going through abuse in the marriage. She didn't know. Out of panic, she now called my cousins in Germany.
And when you comment is Sonu.
And mind you, these my cousins, I've not seen them for like 15 years. You know how you have extended family members, everybody just they do you. They were in Munich in Germany. My sister now called them and told them that, see what happened though. So my cousins now reached out to me that, Debbie, so you're even in Austria. They didn't even know I traveled. So my cousin now entered the road and started coming to my house. That's how my family got involved. When they came, my cousin faced him, almost beat him up. He started begging, knelt down, was begging. That was how family members knew what I was going through for the first time. They now started asking me, is this the first time he tried it? I said no. You see, the story I just narrated to you, I told them. Family members knew. My family called his own family and they told them, see what your son has been doing to our daughter. She kept quiet since. Talk, she didn't even tell us. So after my family members knew, they meditated on the matter. My cousin now took it upon himself to be visiting us all the time in Austria. He not come bold abuse me again because family members don't know. Honestly, I saw that worked. I was not like, oh, okay, this is good. This guy did not abuse me physically after that incident in Austria, but he continued the financial abuse. Because we had a child, we had applied for government housing. In Austria, they give you accommodation based on your family size. Now, because baby has arrived, they now approve the housing. So we moved to a room and a parlor. Yeah, a room and a living room. They upgraded us from a studio to a room and living room. When we moved to that place, this guy, then I was now on maternity. Because in Austria, if you have worked till you gave birth, they'll put you on maternity leave and they'll pay you up to 80% of your former salary. My salary then was now like about 850. This guy now put all the family bills on me. Utility bills, house rent and everything. He put it on my account.
Yeah.
I was the one paying everything. I did that for years.
Wow.
I did that for years. Sometimes I would even ask him, I'll say, I don't like what you are doing.
So when your family got to know all this, what did they say?
About the abuse they weighed in. You get. About the finances, I wasn't really flogging that with them. To say, oh, this guy, they carry on my money and everything. And all of that. I wasn't fighting him because of money or making issues with him because of money. I didn't do that. I continued paying the bills. One day I told him, I said, this thing you are doing is not good. How can you just put all the bills on me? And you are making money from your taxi. When he wanted to start his taxi company, my dad went to take loan from the bank in my place and sent him money. Up to 15,000 euros to start his company. His brother helped him borrow like 5,000 because you need money in the account to be able to get that license to own company.
Okay.
My dad got this loan for him, and my father was paying interest on it. My dad paid that interest on that loan till he died. It was after 6 years, that was 2016, that he was able to pay the capital, send the capital of that loan to my dad. The interest my papa paid until he died. I now started telling him, I said, I noticed what happens to black children in this Austria. They don't progress. Can we relocate to Canada? He was now telling me that I know his business is doing well. He does not want to go and start afresh somewhere else. So when it was time for us to do our second IVF, because I had embryos in their bank, it's just to walk in there and they just insert into me. So we decided we go and have our second son in America. So that's how we went to the US.
Okay.
We just went together. He left me in the US. I rented a place, sublet a house 5 minutes away from his friend place in America, and I stayed there for 6 months. We had our first son. Our second son. After having him, I went back to Austria. So when I went back to Austria, I started
We are not donating.
Let's go to Canada. I don't really like the US. He cried in Texas because I had my son in Texas.
Okay.
He'll tell me, if you are strolling and you see somebody walking behind you, run. Like, what kind of life is this? Austria was a very peaceful place. So I said, let's try Canada. It was even my suggestion. I started putting him under pressure. He didn't listen to me, and I started praying about it. After a while, his business now started doing bad. You get?
Yeah.
His business started failing. I don't want to go too deep into that. So one day, I want to tell you how we knew Dr. Chris Okafor.
And you comment is on you.
And Canada. So one day, a friend of mine in Austria came to my house, and the girl was crying. She said, guys are always breaking her heart. She's not an Olosho. She's a Nigerian, but her parents brought her there. She has a good job. Every guy she sees will want to sleep with her and dump her. Now she's beginning to suspect that this is not normal. You understand? I now told her, I said, well, just like you rightly said, maybe there's something else to it. You need a church that, like a deliverance church that prays, like Mountain of Fire or whatever. You need to pray very well. So I didn't know, they used to call them Liberation City. I never heard the church before. I now remember that one of my sisters, one time like that, went there for prayers and God answered her. I now said, okay, I will call down my sister to ask for the name of one church they said she went to for prayers, for deliverance, herself and her husband. She lives in Abuja. So I called my elder sister and she told me the name of the church. That was the first time I heard about the Liberation City, ma.
Okay.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Because of my friend, though. So.
We meet if it. Okay. We are getting there small. All of you saying that my patience needs to be studied. I slept off many times.
I said, they said the church is called Liberation City. Oh, she now said, oh, so both of us Googled it. Immediately we Googled the church. The first thing we saw was scandal. We saw Dr. Chris Okafor's wife with the tattered cloth.
Yes. The one
and
that
my friend said, my friend said, which kind one be this scandal? I now said, let's just check their videos. So we started checking the videos. She was not like, this one was past the videos were thought through. Hey, which kind thing? We started laughing. I now told my friend, I said, Shebina, you say you need prayers, you need help. Even I say you don't need help. You get? So I now called my husband and gisted him. He was at work doing his taxi work. I called because I used to gist him things. I called him, I said, I see what happened. Just for us to laugh about it. He now started abusing me that you are very funny. How can you be referring somebody to a place for prayers? You know, I need that prayer pass. The master's program that we're doing, he had done his master's exams 3 times and he failed. And in Austria, if you go to school, you must do an oral exam of everything you have studied for your year 1 to find out. You will stand before 4 professors and defend your studies. If not, you won't have certificate. He did it 3 times, and it's only 3 times they allow you to do it. And he failed. He now said, okay, look at his company, everything has crumbled. Authorities are now asking him to bring over 100,000 euro. He's having serious problems everywhere. Don't I know he's the one that needs prayer most? Now, I beg Jerry, I should send him the link of the church. Church when my friend don't fear, say she not will go. You dey hear me so?
Yes.
I now sent it to him. I sent it to him. He watched their services and said, he just came home. He said, I'm going to the church.
That's your husband, Abby?
Yes. And that was Ebola season.
Okay.
I was even scared for him. I said, you know, Ebola is touch and go. People are just dying in Liberia. You want to enter road. And the kind of paper he had is not supposed to go to Nigeria straight. You pass through Cotonou. I said, what if you go and carry Ebola and you die? He said, I should forget about that God will protect him, that he needs this prayer the most. That's how he went to Nigeria. You know, here, that weekend, book ASAP tickets. Myself and my friend got shocked. My friend was not like, It's not like, if boss we go, I say I will go. That was how he went. When he got there, they located him, prayed for him. While he was still in the ground, I don't go lie, give you. Miracles started happening. I just got a call from him. I got an email because I was helping him monitor his emails. I got an email from the school. They said the exam that he did, that they have reversed their decision, that he should come back and redo it. Number one. I got another email for him. The authorities, the government, because they sued him to court in Austria to come and bring over 100,000 euro, that he was doing fraudulent transactions with his taxi company, which was not true. So they said that case is cancelled, that he should not bring it. They now told him to come and pay like about 3,000 euro only. And that was what he went to prayers for. So when I saw that email, I called him. I said, you are still in the prayer ground. See what is going on. So that was how he now, after whatever, the instruction they are giving him to carry out in the church, prophetic instruction, he can't call me. Say they too like money for this church. Which kind of seed that they tell him make he sow. I now said, come, nobody will force you to give if you don't have.
You're back
see, you're already there, see what is happening. Two major things you went there for, God has answered you. Don't complain.
Your
Don't
comments are something.
Back.
You guys are something
have,
else.
You can do whatever instruction they gave you. That's how he entered the room and he came back home. Before God and man, I say nothing but the truth here, man. This is a public space. The persons involved, they know themselves. They know. My friend in Austria, that I've not mentioned her name. If she listens to this interview, she will know that what I'm saying is nothing but the truth. Even though she didn't know I was dealing with abuse and all that with this man, I never exposed him. I was covering up for my husband. I don't want anybody this bad I look husband for me. I kept quiet through all my ordeal. So when he came back from where he went to do his taxi job. The first client he carried, I don't know if that was his first time. We carried one client like that. The client it was not like, where are you going? The customer now said, just be going, I will guide you. So when they got close to Klesheim, one school they call Klesheim, the customer just brought out 2 500 euro notes.
You are still in Austria.
I spoke a German word and said, for me, it's a cow. And in Austria, their highest currency is 500 euro. In Europe, 500 euro. So that is somebody's 1 month salary. So my husband now started calling the man. The man looked drunk. He said, you know what? They call his police. Arrest her. How can somebody just told him with 1,000? He called the man. The man said, don't worry. And by the time he told, he didn't see the man again. When he called, they said, it's like you just carried an angel. That's not a human being. He called me home, quick. So when he got home, he was not narrating his ordeal to me. I said, don't go back to work today. I said, you see this miracle money you got, use for it. Whatever assignment you said they gave you in that church, carry it out. Send whatever seed you want to send to them. Since God has provided a miracle without your sweat, how can somebody just dash you 1,000 like that? So he gave. From that moment onward, we started joining Liberation City online. We were watching their services online. From Austria. The church we were going to them in Austria, our pastor, they couldn't catch them saying they sleep with different women. We stopped going to that church physically. We didn't have a church. So it was easy for us to transition to the one we're now watching online from home. That's how we knew about Okafor's church. I've never met Okafor before at that time or anything. So 2015, we decided to come to Canada. We did our visa because we had a reading US visa and go to the UK. My husband did UK visa. You know, it was easy for us to now get 2 years multiple Canada visa. And on top of that, I now got admission to school in Canada Christian College. So we came to Canada. When we got here, I got a job in one church, you know, to work in the church here. The church, they said they were going to hire me. I'm a singer. I started helping them train their choir and helping in any capacity I can. You get, it's not like money day or something. As long as say person go take their paper at the end of the day, I was ready to do it, man. Hello, man, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm listening.
So that's how
I don't need those.
In 2017, I got pregnant of our daughter. Remember, I said in Austria I had 2 IVFs. I couldn't get pregnant naturally. But this time around, in Austria, we had our first breakthrough case.
I thought you had the first child in Austria.
Yes, we had the first child in Austria through IVF. The second child again, we did IVF in Austria, but I went to have him in the US.
Okay.
So our third child, we had the third child in Canada.
Okay.
So when I was pregnant of that, our third child, I think I was like 5 months pregnant. My husband just came back from work that I was lying on the floor because we were new in Canada, we were struggling. The phone we were using was on the ground. I don't know, I can't even remember what happened. This guy just started beating me and mashed my stomach.
Again.
With pregnancy. This time around, my cousins went to Germany, they far. So you don't go say we don't dey far. His abuse started again in Canada. This guy beat me that day and mashed me on my stomach. Because I realized that reporting him for the one he did when I had my son, it worked. At least I enjoyed peace from abuse. He has started again, Canada far. I now called his friend in America. She's a nurse. Her husband is a soldier. I will try not to mention names. She's his best friend. She's a woman. I called her and I reported him to her. Because when I went to America, I met her. I saw she was a kind person. She had 3 children. I called her and she was so angry. She now, while she was, talking, her husband heard. They even told me they were going to book a flight and come to Canada and address the issue. He started.
Okay, that one don't finish.
I now started cooking soup. I will cook soup and sell soup to bachelors and plait hair to survive in this Canada here. It wasn't easy for me. But for him, he could do anything he wanted to do. So around, I think, was it around 2018 or thereabouts, it was now getting time for us to file for our permanent residence. We can't file for PR. Before we filed for PR, this guy now went and did a business analysis course with one man we call Babs. He did business analysis school. I was now happy. This is like a glimpse of hope. My husband will soon have IT job, make life a lot easier for us. So one of his friends in America, that one has a school too, an IT school, trained him. He passed a Scrum Master certificate, Service Now certificate, ITIL. He passed. I was now happy that take this thing serious. All of a sudden, his elder brother that is a medical doctor in Nigeria just called him and said he should come and do politics in Nigeria. That's around between 2018 and 2019. I now started telling him, I said, this thing doesn't make sense. We have been laboring since 2015. It's now time for us to get PR. Why is it now they are calling you from the village? You have suffered, you have gone to IT school. Now you are at the stage of interview. Don't you think this is a setup? And you know how politics is. What if you don't win?
That's true.
I told him, I said, we have suffered. We left everything in Austria and we came here. Started for us visitors to Walker. Walker now, time for PR. We have been praying night and day, fasting. Why this distraction? Okay, I now asked him, where will you get money to do politics? Do you have a godfather? He now told me to show up that his brother had promised to sponsor him. I said, what if you get there and he does not sponsor you? Now, what permits stay your hand? Your leg never stands for Canada. The next thing, this man started calling me enemy of progress. That he knows that is whenever he's doing dirty jobs that I am happy. I like it when he's washing plates because when he married me, he was washing plates. Before I joined him, he started doing truck. When I joined him, he was doing truck, from truck to taxi. At least both of us did masters together. We have come to Canada, now you are doing IT, I've always supported you. You have been carrying on my salary, I don't follow you fight. If I don't like your progress, I will don't scatter you everywhere. I didn't do it. Started calling me an enemy of progress. And he noticed that since he married me, his life has been stagnant. No progress in his life. That in short, I should stay away from his business. I was looking at this man. I did not have anybody to go and report him to because all his friends were now happy. They say, hey, this is opportunity. Now don't worry, when you win that political position, you will give us appointments. Selfish interest. I was just looking at them. I now asked some of them, what if he doesn't win? What will happen to me and my children? It's not like we have money. The little we are even trying to hustle, you want to carry it and go and blow it in Nigerian politics. I'm not telling you not to do politics because before you married me, you told me you love politics. I support you, but at least let our leg be standing. Have some money. Settle your family, settle yourself. Then out of your abundance, you can now do politics. Politics requires plan. I told this man, he said I should shut up. I should never put my mouth in his matter. I kept. He was now getting violent. I don't want that violence mode to be activated because I know the kind of husband I married. I kept quiet. I try whenever maybe there's an issue, I try not to flog things
Yes,
too much.
correct, Diva.
He quickly gets into the violent mode. I just withdrew. I was watching him. It's only one of my friends here, one man, we were friends from Unijos. That one called him and said, my brother, all these people, they push you. If you fail for this your politics, they will come up for your back home. Why you not sit down and do a PRO application? And you know if you go out, it will elongate your time of application. So he didn't listen to that one. He started crossing on that one to that. He's also an enemy of progress. To cut the long story short, man, my husband did not listen. He just said, okay, because he's very good when it comes to immigration application. All the traveling that we've ever done, he has been the one doing the application. It's like a natural gift to him. He's really good. He pays attention to any immigration application details and all of that. He has even helped a couple of friends, even when we're in Austria. If they want to travel to UK, they want to travel, now they do their visa for them. He would just do it for their food back then. So it was like something he was good at. I now said, please, settle down. Let's just apply before you go. This guy now did the application for us. He now used expired police reports.
We are getting there small. Your husband, according to the story, they said that Pastor Bashiru was accommodated in your house. Was he accommodated as a pastor or he was... Wait, I want to be sure I didn't miss anything.
Somebody gets into the pool. What are we going to do with it? Let's invest.
He was accommodated as a friend.
All the debt, all the money he borrowed from people and everything. I was just looking at him. That's how my visitor, at the end of the week, went back to Nigeria.
Have we listened to this one?
The right man there, okay, he can do that. And he gave me that letter, and I said, I just everybody gets into the pool. So we got into the pool. Our score was like 460 something.
Okay, we've not listened to
we
it.
We were qualified. Then cutoff mark was like 390. We even beat the cutoff mark a lot. 1 week after the application, our application was rejected. And this time was already in Nigeria. I now called.
Very necessary.
You see, I was telling you not to use expired police reports. You didn't listen to me. They rejected our application. He started cursing on me that he's happy he has left me for good. He has gone to face his destiny. That it is my business. I should sort my life out. Whatever I want to do with my life, that's my business. That he does not need Canada permanent residence. That when he wins his election, they are going to give him a diplomatic passport. And when they give him a diplomatic passport, that they will assign 2 people to him. I'll be traveling with him anywhere he's going. I now told this man, I said, why are you so wicked? You know how we have suffered. Do you know if our children would like to relocate to Nigeria? At least give children when person born for abroad. Especially my first son, because in Austria, it is the status you have that they give the child. At least I had my second son in America, and my daughter I had in Canada. What of my first son? So, picking where I born for abroad, I won't tell her, say, no, get paper. You know, good now. Consider your child. He said, that's my business. And this guy left me with nothing. While I was on work permit and all those things, there's this money they are supposed to give to us here in Canada, like this child support. They didn't give us, they accumulated it and now gave us that money in bulk. The week they gave us that money, it was like $24,000 or thereabouts. For years, we have been looking forward to the day we get that money, so that we can use it for down payment in the house in maybe one of these cheap provinces in Canada. The week this guy was to go to Nigeria for his politics, that money came. He just gave me like 3,500 out of that money and went with the rest to Nigeria. Go and do politics.
Wow.
He now borrowed money from friends, from people around, borrowed money here and there, left me with 3 children and went to Nigeria. Not caring how we will pay rent. We're living in a own house. This house that we currently own, we already started as tenants in the house.